Hello and welcome to History 1301 for the first 8 weeks at Tarrant County College. Hi everybody, I am Dr. Chloe Northrop and I will be your professor this semester. And I know that we're going to have a wonderful semester ahead. It is going to be fast and furious. An 8-week class is pretty intense and strenuous, but I'm glad that you chose to add this to your schedule this semester. And I think that you're going to have a wonderful time. Now, let's get started here by going to our Canvas. As you see here, you will go to canvas.tccd.edu, and that is where this course will pop up on your dashboard. So click on this course, you'll come in here. Now, you should add a picture here so we can all see what you look like. I think you can update, make sure that your name is correct, your pronouns are there, and all of that. And then you will then open the class. Now you'll see this is what you should be able to see then. You should be able to see recent announcements and also just this home page. So this home page here will kind of divide the class up. It'll just give a little blurb to make sure that you're in this right class. This is American History. And then there's Start Here Orientation. As you see, the class is divided into 4 different units, and your syllabus is down here. So you are welcome to click and get started right here. You can also find the same information under modules. So it's up to you kind of what your preference is. So let's get started now. Let's look and see some more about this class. Let's get into the meat of this class. Or since I'm a vegetarian, the tofu of this class. So go to Start Here, Orientation, and let's get going. So this is what your class should look like. And as you see, each of the different folders have kind of the same layout. And we'll look down and see some of them. You'll see that there's these different pages, if you will. So let me just scroll down and kind of show you that you'll see that there's always going to be kind of an objective at the top, your different readings and different videos, and then assignments will always be at the bottom. So if you ever find yourself kind of like, wow, I'm kind of lost in this folder, just go back to modules and you'll be able to see it laid out here, kind of like a table of contents. So I'm going to click the first link under Start Here, and you'll see it's Intro. So it says, let's start here. Please start with the orientation. Once the module closes, you'll not be able to turn in any assignments unless you have like some really extenuating circumstances, which of course, please email me about that. As you see, there's 4 units in this course, which I mentioned. Each unit is kind of completed then with a unit exam at the end of that module. I do not accept late work except for, again, under extenuating circumstances. And the unit exams I do accept late, and they are going with a penalty except for the final exam. We can't have any late work for that because I got to get those grades in. All right, so then you'll go to the next page. It's just kind of a welcome, a little bit about me. You'll see that here I am. I'm a historian by training. I have a PhD in history from the University of North Texas, and I minored in art history. So this is just a little overview about the course and how you can access the site. If you looked in here, you'll see that I use my email a lot. So if you would like to email me, that's great. If you want to jump onto Teams and use the chat feature, that is fine as well. Whatever is best for you is good with me too. Time management, it can get kind of overwhelming in online courses, especially in these 8-week courses. They're very, very quick and fast. And I want you to be successful. So make sure that you are kind of keeping up and doing what is best for you in order for you to complete the course successfully and your coursework successfully. If you have a different documented ability, please let me know so that we are able to get this from the SAR office so that I can see and make sure that my course is compliant for you and is meeting all the needs that you have. So please let me know and file that paperwork earlier, better, so that we can get the services you need as quickly as possible. We have a lot of different libraries here at TCC. There's a lot of virtual things that are available for you as online students, but there are also things on different campuses if that's your preference. Maybe go to a campus and use a library as well. I encourage you to contact a librarian at the library either way and just get to know them. They have so many resources that are out there, and they are really a wonderful kind of liaison to have. So this is just some more good information for you to have about tech support, especially if you ever need that. That is a wonderful thing to have. All right, moving on. This is what we're going to be covering this semester. I look forward to a great fall 22 session. I do. Navigating the course. So this is kind of what we're going over here. This is just giving you a little overview there. You're welcome to go back and read that. Okay, netiquette, if you will. Please be kind to one another. Let's not say unkind things. Please, if you disagree with somebody's discussion post, that's completely fine. Say it nicely though. Don't say unkind things. I typically don't have problems with that, and I'd like to continue that as we move forward. All right, this is just my introduction here. I don't know why this image isn't showing up. I'm going to go back and figure it. This is why I like doing these videos, because then I can kind of see what's happening here. Because I typically look at it from the faculty view, and so now seeing it as student view, it's good. Good. I sent this video out to you all. Hopefully you were able to watch it. If not, this is a great time to do this. And this is just a little bit about me. So I'm going to update that as soon as we're done here. All right, this is your syllabus now. So you can download this, you can print it off if that's something you like to do. It is totally up to you. So you can see here that it kind of gives you a breakdown of all the different assignments. I'm not sure if that's helpful for everybody to see it all at once. Sometimes I think maybe a little bit overwhelming, but if you keep scrolling down, you'll see the semester total. How many points do you need to make different kind of grades? Let's hope that A, B, C. Let's hope it's probably not a D or an F though, right? And here's your different assignments you have. So you will have a lot of written assignments in this class, several written assignments every single week. Again, this is the 8-week course, so you'll have almost double the work that you would in a regular 16-week course. So get ready for that. It is a lot. I am sorry to say. It is a mixture of kind of like journal entries, discussion boards, and then unit exams, which we'll go over these here. This is just some disclaimers here about me. I'm a responsible employee here at Tarrant County College when it comes to Title IX reporting. If you need a confidential person to talk to, please find a counselor on campus. Again, I am happy to steer you towards that right direction. And preferred name, you're welcome to update that in the record maintenance, especially that's good for online classes so that we can know, because I kind of just go upon like what name I see here. So if there's a different name, nickname, if you have another name to go by, please let me know as well so that I can make sure to update that. We'll be going over this in a little bit, so I won't go over that quite yet. Attendance, you have to submit things, especially in an 8-week course. You don't submit things for a week, you're probably going to get a very aggressive email from Tarrant County College. I will not be dropping you from this course, don't worry, but it is definitely imperative that you are turning in your assignments on time, and that is how I base attendance. So if you're not turning in your assignments, that's why. Don't plagiarize. If you do, you get one time that I will give you some grace and allow you to resubmit. And after that, I will turn you into academic affairs in a care report. I dislike having to turn in people. You probably don't want to get turned in, so please do not plagiarize. Plagiarize is when you are going to be copying and pasting or lifting people's, even if you kind of like, I call it Frankenstein, where you try to put a bunch of different things together, it finds you, and it's an awkward conversation to have. So please don't. And I already mentioned this here. Okay, so here it is. As you see, this will give you kind of a breakdown as well. If this is helpful, please download this and look at it. If you'd rather look at the course calendar at the modules, that's fine as well. Again, I want this to do what serves you best. Okay, so going to the modules now, we have gone through the start here. Let's go now to orientation. So as you see, this lesson objectives will be the first thing you click on, and you'll see then that. What is that? I've already done these things. Must have not clicked on the right thing. Let's go back to modules and try again. It's a great moment for us to just remind ourselves that it's okay to go back sometimes and try again. So orientation, the study of history. There we go, lesson objectives. So as you see here, it will typically tell you what you need to do in each folder, what assignments you're going to have, and how much they're going to be worth. So as you see in this one here, it'll tell you what you need to do and the 3 things that are going to be due in this folder. The first is student contract. You need to just look over it, sign your name, type your name, and then submit that. And that's how you get the check mark that you completed that. It is not worth any points. Sorry about that, but it is good for me to know that you have logged on and you're able to complete assignments. Now, just as a disclaimer, this class is going to open. You will be able, people will start being able to look at it on let me check again to just get the right date. That will happen on August 15. Now the class officially starts on August 22. So on August 15, it is going to open and you'll be able to look around the course. Now you cannot actually submit anything. Some students like to start drafting some assignments. If that is what you enjoy doing, it's always I think nice to kind of look ahead, but you are in no way expected to do any of the course materials until August 22. That's when you're able to start submitting them. So that is just something for us to keep in mind and remember. All right, so as you see here, everything in this folder is due on August 28th, and then you need to keep going after that. Here's some online things that will help you kind of be successful in this course. Just some funny videos. Again, do this at your own leisure. Leisure or leisure? I feel like I hear both ways. Here's that contract I talked about. You will not be able to submit it again until until this course opens on August 22, and then it's due on the 28th. This is citizenship test, again, just for fun, just if you want to do that, it's optional as well. This is not optional. It is an introduction and icebreaker. So I'm sure if you've been in online classes before, you've had to do something like this. It's just for us to get to know you a little bit better. You're getting to know us a little bit better with as instructors with the video that I posted and everything. So this is a way for me to get to know you a little better. So you need to introduce yourself and state your name, your planned major, if you know yet. If you don't, that's totally fine as well. And then respond to 2 of your classmates. And this is kind of just setting us up then for other discussion boards that we'll be having this semester. And after that, you're going on to Unit 1. As you see, Unit 1 has 4 folders. Unit 1 exam then, which we've got to round out that folder, is due September 4. So let's look at our first folder and kind of just see what's in here and what we will be doing. And we'll look at the exam as well. This is, again, really, really fast. You'll have 2 folders due that first week. So you better, need to kind of get right on and start this here and don't procrastinate too much. So as you see, everything in the first folder is due August 28, and the second folder is due August 28 as well. So let's look at this first folder. Maybe this is a great time for us to go back to modules and just kind of remind ourselves how this first folder looks. So as you see, Unit 1 folder 1 is right here, and it kind of has the same setup for all the folders that follow. So if we know one, we'll be able to kind of navigate the other ones as well. So as you see, you'll be able to click here and be able to see that page we were just on that gives a breakdown of what you're going to be doing for each of the things in this lesson, and then your assignment and when that's due. You'll also see that there's going to be links for lectures in here. I'll be updating these as the semester goes on as well. These were recorded in fall 2020. I'm going to be updating them this fall as well. Online, I might send you a link and let you know if I'm going to be doing a live recording of a lecture. That's always fun. I think when there's like an audience out there, even if it's a virtual audience, I enjoy that. So if I have it scheduled at a certain time, I would love to have you join, and maybe you just want to pop in and say hi or anything like that during the lecture. That would be fine. So I will let you know when those are going to go on, and they may be different times. And again, that's completely optional for you as well. And then you can watch the lecture once we post the link here. But until we do that, I want to have this, especially if someone wants to get ahead. There's the links right there. So then there's the link for ushistory.org and OpenStax. Again, I don't know if I mentioned this already, but your textbook for this class is OpenStax, which is an open resources that is online, and you can just click and go straight to those links there. That is going to be your textbook for the course. They're each linked in these different unit folders. Then there's going to be readings. This has 2 different articles here that you are going to be able to then read that will help inform then your first assignment. So let's go ahead to your first assignment. Your first assignment here is kind of, I would say, like a journal entry. And so it says, one of the main jobs of historians is to interpret the past by reviewing primary documents, scholarly secondary sources, and then crafting an analysis of this research. After reading your text and reviewing your assigned materials, submit an analysis of the recent and ongoing research into pre-Columbian America. How are you going to answer this? You are going to then take your textbook readings, the lecture, plus those 2 articles there, and synthesize them together. I don't want you just to regurgitate and tell me what you just learned from that, but more, or just kind of repeating their arguments, but actually tell me what you learned from this. So what did you learn from doing those readings? Maybe what did you think about, what did you think before, and what do you know now? What new things kind of came about this? So here's some of the questions that you can kind of think of to help you answer this in 300 words. To get full credit on these responses, you need to submit this, yes, but then you also need to include your sources as well. So whatever you use to be able to synthesize and craft this response, please cite that. And if you're going to incorporate them directly, remember to use those quotation marks and then cite them at the end. Okay, good. You finished the first folder. You submitted that first assignment. Don't forget to go and do these as well. You can look over these instructions for these. I'm not going to go over every assignment here, but I'm happy to do little videos. I can do them weekly if that's helpful for you, where we go over these assignments. Or I can also just pop onto MS Teams if you need to chat, or you can email me. So I'm going to just kind of go ahead, because again, these are going to be very similar in their makeup. Sometimes there's going to be one assignment, sometimes there's two in each folder. Just read the instructions to make sure. I'm going to skip down ahead now to the Unit 1 exam folder. So at each unit, there's 4 different units in this class, and at each unit, there will be then a unit exam. So let's look at the unit exam. So as you see, there's this Unit 1 exam folder. Click on Unit 1 exam. This is going to give a breakdown of what you need to do for the test. Now, some of the tests are going to be short answers and an essay. Some are just an essay. So it just depends really which test that is. So let's look at this one. This is going to be the Unit 1 exam, and there's 4 short answers. And so in this, you need to include the who, what, when, where, and why for 4 of these terms. So these are going to be 4 different paragraphs, and you are going to then respond by including that who, what, when, where, and why. The who needs to be a specific person, and the why, kind of remember this kind of analysis part. Why is this important? Why do we need to know this? And that will then be the why. That's the historical significance, and that's worth the most. So these need to be in complete sentences. When you submit this, you might need to copy and paste the text from whatever, like Word or Google Docs or however you type this into the submission box. It sometimes does not read if you have a document and you just upload a document. So I don't want to have to throw it back to you and have you do it again. So if you want to do both, that's fine, but make sure that the text is included. And then you'll just click right there and go ahead for that. Now, how to get extra credit. Each test, so 4 times throughout the semester, you are going to be able to have extra credit. How do you get extra credit? There's several different ways. If you would like to go to an in-person thing, that's fine. There are museums you're able to attend. You do not have to go to one in just DSW. You can go to one beyond as well if that is something you'd like to do. There's a lot of in-person lectures that you are able to attend, some on TCC. Perhaps you are enrolled in an in-person class and they're having a special guest lecture for something. That's fine to go to. Museums sometimes have that as well. There are virtual lectures that you can attend. Just for example, there's going to be a Constitution Day lecture that we'll be having on September 16. I'll give you more information about that, but that will be a great thing for you to then, if you'd like to attend, and you can get extra credit then by writing a little blurb about what you learned and submitting it on the next page. There's also book reviews if you want to pick a book over something we've gone over in class, or a movie review. I've had a lot of students do like Disney's Pocahontas and talk about the historical inaccuracies of that. And things like that is absolutely fine. So then you'll just go to that next page and you will submit it right there. This is the Google site that you can go to. If none of those things in the last page were interesting to you, you can go to that Google site, and that has a lot of pre-recorded lectures that we've had in the past, and that would be a great place for you to go and incorporate some of those as well. All right, so that's kind of just a little bit of an overview. I'm sure I did not cover everything in any way for this class, but it's a great way for us to kind of get started at least. Once I kind of maybe start seeing a few more questions, I'm happy to pop up and do another video for you all. I'm looking forward to such a great semester with each of you, and I am really proud of you for choosing an 8-week course. I know that it is not going to be very easy, but I have all the beliefs that you're going to do really well in this class. Please feel free to reach out to me. If you are still watching this video, I'm so proud of you. And I want you to know, if I have not responded to your email in the 24-hour window that we have, feel free to email me again. I am not ignoring you. I might have forgotten, or I might have mark to respond and thought I'd already done so, or something might have fallen through. So please don't think I'm ignoring you. I am I try very hard to be really communicative to students. So have a great semester ahead. Please let me know if you have any questions, and I look forward to meeting you all in this virtual way. Okay, good night, everyone. Goodbye.